identify myself as a maintenance supervisor and told him
I'm gonna send a maintenance crew with a couple of inmates up to install the cameras. Okay. All right, bye-bye. Okay. All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
Now we're working on a timetable. We need to get control of the guard tower before any type of inspection coming back here looking for this.
Newberry and I had loaded tools and things like this into this gator, and then Rivas drove us to the back gate. Newberry and I were unloading the tools and material like we were really fixing to do some work here.
Afternoon. How you doing?
I'm all right. More cameras, eh?
Yeah, more cameras. I'm gonna put it up in the guard tower.
Rivas even had a box of donuts.
You want a donut?
Hey, thanks.
And it was offering him some donuts, you know. After a few minutes, Rivas said, you know, hey.
So I'm gonna need to get up into the tower.
No problem.
Yeah? That's great.
Head up.
Have yourself a good one.
Yeah, you too.
I yelled up there, like the officers do, and yelled,
Gate!
This was a critical point of possible failure. If we had somehow forgotten a step in the process, then the tower guard would not have allowed Rivas to go into the tower. This was it.
Gate!
As soon as I see Rivas entering the tower, I made a phone call.
Gibbs here.
May I speak to the maintenance worker, please?
He's on his way up the ladder now.
It's a long way up.
They're asking for you.
and I play the role. And I said, what do you mean?
Just left from there.
Oh, I don't know. They asked to speak to you.
I was just waiting for Rivas to let me know that he was ready to take over the tower.
Yeah, okay.
Then Halpern would signal the guardhouse. That way both takedowns happen at the same time.
We had a little code word, maximum, maximize, any combination with the word max.
Yeah, okay. Okay, Max.
Maximize. Maximum.
Just stay calm and you won't get hurt. What are you guys doing?
Either you show me how to open the picket door and vehicle gate, or I will kill you.
He complied.
Get down!
I open the gate for them. He pulls in.
Murphy comes out, he's in an officer's gear. It's just a ploy. The kitchen and the laundry were facing the back gate. So if anybody, any of the officers or inmates were looking, they could see what was going on. So we had to keep it as a routine.
Clear!
He hollers at me. It's clear. I'll open the outer gate.
Rivas came out of the tower with a whole bunch of guns. He closed the trap door and we drove off.
Driving off, it was kind of scary in a sense.
I'm in this dark, narrow, small compartment with a loaded shotgun, wondering
Are we going to get stopped? Am I going to come out of this alive or not? You know?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
I stopped the Lord's Prayer. I had nothing else to do. I was like, the only thing that came to my mind was the Lord's Prayer.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day.
After I started for the second time, Rivas and Harper were in sync with me. I drove past the front tower without looking back. No gunshots were fired, so all was good.
Amen.
Every mile I put between myself and that unit, that prison, I literally felt the weight coming on my shoulders. I sat up higher in the seat, and without getting melodramatic, the air actually tasted differently.
Control tower to base. Control tower to base. We had a breakout. I don't know how many guys. They're gone. Hello?
I get the call, we've got a possible escape. They're in the process of locking down the prison. As things progress, I'm driving down in that direction. More and more information's filtering in.
Go ahead.
And we have 7 confirmed. Getting called saying they're definitely away in a vehicle. No sense coming down here. I head over to the command center operations. If you're out there, you're going to get caught. You can run, but you can't hide. That's the bottom line.
It is a Texas-sized manhunt with more concern than ever before.
You know, we had air searches going on, ground searches going on. It was very puzzling to us how they slipped under the radar.
George Rivas, I need a complete profile of this guy.
There's one special operations investigator assigned to each escapee.
Patrick Murphy. James?
It's his job to know absolutely everything there is to know about that individual. You know, just the small things that may make a difference later on, that have proven to make a difference later on. They were probably going to need resources. And we looked at Rivas's robberies, his prior robberies. They were all these large takedown robberies. And we knew he was leading the group. These people are creatures of habit.
I already had robbed the Noshmans, so I knew the layout, except that this store was much, much bigger. About 5 to 6 times bigger than the store I had done back in '93. My plan was to get all the weapons and all the money they had, because I knew every dollar we had was another day of freedom.
The entrance to the Oshmans is here. Now, I'm gonna go in there first with Larry. We're gonna be dressed as security guards. We're gonna approach the manager with the cuttings that Garcia's cutting up now.
We looked through the newspaper, and they had this perfect assembly of kids in there. If you cut them out and you put them on a piece of paper, it looked like a wanted ad of these kids.
It's simple. Everyone just do their job and nobody gets hurt. Well, let's do it.
We knew that the store was closing at 6 p.m. I went straight into the shoe department. Rodriguez and Halpern went to the clothing. Newberry went to the sports.
I was I was observing what was going on out in the parking lot.
At 5:45, Rivas and Harper walk in.
Hey there. Hi.
What can I help you with?
I'd just like to run these names by you. See if any of these kids come into your store.
Rivas had the manager call up all employees to the front to listen about these grab-and-run suspects.
All staff to the front desk, please.
I was listening to Rivas and them on one radio, and I was listening to the police on the other radio.
All right, you guys should take a good look at these faces. Make sure you remember them.
was ready to go. George told him, said, hey, listen, this is a stick up.
Be calm and no one gets hurt.
We're just gonna take the money, we're gonna take some goods.
And we're gonna be on our way. No problems, right? All right.
Me and Newberry took him back to the break room to tie him up. The rest of the guys were outside taking the merchandise.
Quicker.
Rivas was with the manager collecting the rest of the money.
Come on. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Over there, face down.
Contents of safe, $70,000.
Rivas took the manager's car keys, and as he was going out to the front, that's when one of the customers' girlfriend had saw George. She kind of got a little freaked because he was dressed up like one of these security guys, you know, and he had the pistol. She had never seen this before. So when George came up to her window, it's like, hey, you know.
Don't make sure everything's all right.
She just burned off. And at the same time, she was calling the cops and letting them know, hey, I just saw a man with a gun and, you know, suspicious activity going on.
Hurry up, for God's sake.
Copy that. I'm away. I gotta go. See ya. Get back. See you.
Don't look at me! Look at the floor!
I contact George. I was like, hey, what's going on? He goes,
Get out. It's time to go. Get out.
We still have more people to tie up.
Get out.
I tell Newberry to get out.
Look at the floor, boys!
It's time to go. Go. I come out of the door. That's when I hear pow, 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 pow.
Cops are here!
They're here. His eyes are all wide. He's like a ghost.
I turned the corner. I could see Rodriguez is trying to pull him out of the cop car that was blocking our getaway vehicle.
He won't come out!
He won't come out.
He won't come out!
Like, he's got his seatbelt on.
Take it off! Take off his seatbelt!
He pulls him out of the car, and that's when I get in. I was just in shock. I couldn't believe what just happened.
What the hell are you doing?
These guys have lost their minds, I was thinking.
My
foot. I said, get back in the truck.
I'm hit.
As I come up on Rivas, he's standing there holding his stomach.
He's got blood on his hand, and I'm going, oh, man. And
I just felt pain seemed like coming from everywhere below my neck.
Get off the car! Hurry up!
as much planning as we put through, I just can't believe that, you know, it just got out of hand like that. We just left the officer who was, I just knew he was dead. I knew he was dead. There was just too many gunshots.
Can we tell? What the hell happened? What happened? That's what happened. Yeah, look at him, man. Look at him. I know. Who the hell shut the cop? You shut the cop. I did. You be quiet.
He's like, calm down, guys. I don't need this. He's hurt.
I came from. You be quiet. Shut up. You shut up. You shut up. Put a bullet in your head.
And I was like, hold up, what's going on here? All of a sudden, we had like a four-man standoff.
We did not come this far to blow our heads off now.
You know, we don't need to do this here now.